Hello, Mr. Geisler here, and now we're going to take a look at Chapter 4, Target Packet number 22. It says, Forrest needs to repaint the right side only of his house because sunlight and rain have caused the paint to peel. Each can of paint states it will cover 150 square feet. So the first thing we need to do is find the area. Notice that the lengths are given in meters in the diagram, but I'm going to have to convert it to feet later, but we'll deal with that in just a minute. In order to do this, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that goes straight across here so I can make a right triangle on top and then a rectangle on bottom. I can find both the height and the width of this rectangle, so I'll call this X and I'll call this Y using SOHCAHTOA. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is let's find X. Well, actually, let me back up. The first thing I need to do is find this angle that's right in there. Well, I know that it's all 140, and if I make this into a rectangle, that's 90. So what I really need to do is do 140 minus 90, and that gives me 50. So the angle in here is 50 degrees. Now, the next thing I need to do is decide what's the opposite, what's the adjacent, what's the hypotenuse. Well, my hypotenuse is always the side opposite my 90-degree angle. The opposite side is the side that's farthest away from the angle, and then the adjacent side is down here. So let's go ahead and let's try and find the opposite side first. Since that's opposite and hypotenuse, I'm going to use sine. So we have the sine of 50 is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Now, when I cross multiply here, I'm going to get 11 times the sine of 50 is equal to x. So then I have to do that, and when you do 11 times the sine of 50, you're going to end up with x equaling about 8.4265. Now, I don't want to round too much here because we're going to be doing some other calculations later, and I just want to make sure that they all match up. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is find the adjacent side. Well, the adjacent side and the hypotenuse is cosine. So that means I'm going to have to do the cosine of 50 is equal to the adjacent side, which I'm calling y, over the hypotenuse, which is 11. Again, when I cross multiply, I'm going to get 11 times the cosine of 50 is equal to y. Now, when you do that, you end up with something like, and I'm just going to write it down here because it's the same and it's a little less messy, 7.0707. So, to find the area, I'm going to find the area of the rectangle first. Area of the rectangle is equal to base times height, so that's going to be 10 times 7.0707. When I do that, that's going to be 70.0, move the decimal place, 70.7, let me back up here just a second, 70.707. Now, if I want to find the area of the triangle, remember area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So my area is going to equal my base, which I'm going to say is 7.0707, times the height, 8.4265, divided by 2. And when you put that all in your calculator, you're going to end up with 29.79. Now, to find the overall area, I just need to add those together. When I add this number and I add this number together, I end up with 100.5 is going to be the area. Now, that's the area in square meters. The next one says, assuming that Forrest can only buy whole cans of paint, how many cans of paint should he buy? Note that 1 square meter is equal to 10.74 square feet. So I have to convert 100.5 square meters into square feet. That means I need to multiply 10.764 because there are 10 square feet approximately in each one. When I do that, I'm going to end up with something like 1,081.7867. Now, that is going to be the square feet. Now, if it says that 100 square feet, each gallon covers 100 square feet, 50 square feet, I just need to divide that by 150, and that will tell me how many gallons. When I do that, I get approximately 7.2. But since I can only buy whole cans of paint, that means I should buy 8 cans of paint.